I like simplicity like you, and I think most people should probably focus on simplicity and just shooting the bow and making sure the bow is tuned to the arrow that they're shooting, which I think some people neglect because we see a lot of guys going from arrow to arrow to arrow, trying to find whatever it is they're chasing without retuning the bow. And that's where, you know, we end up seeing some issues coming through the shop, especially when they start strapping on these broadheads. I'm the same thing with broadheads, dude. I like a simple broadhead that just performs.
I've been a big fan of the Sevrs, the MegaMeats, Iron Will Wides.
I'm curious about the Beast. I've heard good things about them. I haven't shot them.
Yeah, I haven't shot those yet either. So we are carrying them now, which is cool. Which a lot of guys have been liking them. I've heard a lot of really good things with that broadhead.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very hopeful for them that they'll do good.
Yeah. So and back to like the FMJ Max, right? So me and Levi, we were in Kentucky. We went there to shoot some does. We shot 5 does. Every one of those does, none of them went more than 54 yards. FMJ Max with the Sevr Hybrid 2.0 on there. Pretty unstoppable, man. We watched every single deer fall. I got all 5 kill shots on camera, and you can see all of them in frame go down. I mean, it was very impressive. So I'm pretty sold on that setup. And once you get, you know, for me, once I get on something, it's hard for me to get off if I know it works.
Yep. I'm kind of the same way. I've been running the same broadheads for the last couple of years now. So there's a lot of stuff I want to try. It's just there's not enough time in the day to do it, and there's so many broadheads now. There's so many.
There are, man. I mean, what is it? There's a new speed broadhead. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of rave on that, but it's just the price point on that is expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, the speed broadheads, they're like $100 for 2. Something like that.
That's rough, man.
Yeah,
at some point, I mean, where is premium like too much? Like, because I'll talk my cousin, dude, he shoots the Rages. He's like, they're cheap, they work, and he shoots monsters.
Yep. I know Dane that used to work here years ago. He shot an elk with a Rage.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what? You're stupid for doing that. I'm like, well, it worked. And his blood trail was phenomenal. He had blood going all the way up like 10 feet.
You know, when it comes to archery, it's all about accuracy and putting the arrow where it needs to be. And I understand bad shots happen, and obviously your goal is to do everything you can to mitigate that. But when a bow is set up correctly, it's tuned for the arrow, the broadhead is flying as it should. I think you can shoot a majority of these broadheads. Obviously, there's some that you just don't want to mess with. But when you go back to like the James Yates study and look at the broadheads that they tested, the goal is to set up the most forgiving, as a bow hunter, to set up the most forgiving setup you can, because shots are not always perfect. Variables are going to always exist. You know, weather elements, all of these different things, shot angles. So you want something that's easy to shoot, that recovers well. And his study did a really good job of highlighting that. And then we tested it this year, building reliable, easy setups that just perform well. And I mean, no, they worked easy. I mean, every animal was recovered. You know, I went 6 for 6. Levi shot 3. I don't know how many deer he shot this year. He recovered everything. And I mean,
I think it was 3. Yeah.
3 or 4. I don't know if he shot any more does that we didn't know about, but in a different state. But everyone, I mean, simple. Keeping it simple.
Brian killed a bunch of deer.
Dude, Brian killed a ton of deer this year. Same thing, recovered everything, and he's not overcomplicating anything either. So I would say that's where it's at. Shoot your bow. If there's one thing Brian does do well, I think too, it's he shoots his bow all year round. And I think majority of your guys that have a high success rate, they do that. They're just familiar with their equipment. They don't over tinker. They build something that works, and then they stick with it, and then they refine it if it needs to be refined.
So,